shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yeah, good morning to you, and welcome to the Join Up Dots podcast. How the bloody hell are you? Everyone okay? Good. Let's get straight into it. It's a listener success story. Yes, we love this, and it's one that I received in from a lady called Laurie, and she subjected... Do you say that? She put a subject on the email of how I achieve my financial goals with a new approach. Well, it's not a new approach, and it's a kind of approach that's been out there forever and a day, but it's one that we kind of miss if we're trying to create our own online routes or our own income-producing streams. And what we miss is so many people are walking around racking their brains trying to come up with a business idea. And what Laurie has come to us and said, and basically it's something that I kind of mentioned loads of times over Join Up Dots. She said, don't think about having a business idea, just think about there's money out there and do stuff for money. And so she says, hi David, I wanted to reach out and share how your Join Up Dots podcast inspired me to take a different approach to achieving my financial goals. Instead of racking my brains to come up with the perfect business idea, I just decided to start by setting a clear financial target and then figuring out how to reach it. And this shift in mindset has opened up a world of opportunities and creativity for me. So she's broken it down onto how she's done it, and we can all do this. So it's a great way to just jot down first of all her steps and then start sort of brainstorming and throw the ego away. Don't think to yourself, oh, I wouldn't do that. Just think to yourself, there's money there, and then I can take that money. I give a story about going round to my accountant's, and he was on the phone and he had a flat and he wanted a cleaner and he couldn't get a cleaner, and so it was £120, and me and my wife, and we didn't need the money, but it was just sitting there. Money was there to be had. We said, we'll do it, and we went round, and it took us hour and a half, something like that. Nothing major. It was quite clean anyway. And we got £120. Bang. And we had a few takeaways and different things, And that's what you need to do to be able to move forward with your life and create a life on your own terms. You've got to do the things that you don't want to do to then be able to do the things that you want to do. I say that again because that's quite profound. You've got to do the things that you don't really want to do to be able to do the things that you really want to do. You need to build that runway. You need to be able to get to the point of living the life under your terms, whichever way you want it. So, clearing my throat. So this is how she did it. And she said, first of all, I set a clear goal. I started by deciding on an annual income goal of £12,000, she said. So it's £1,000 a month. And bear in mind, she's been an employee. So this is now £1,000 a month that she wanted to earn herself. I think that's good. A lot of people might go, oh, I want £400,000 a year and stuff. Start and build up that entrepreneurial hustle muscle. Start getting used to looking at things and seeing the value in it. And that's all entrepreneurship is. It's about finding something and then realizing that you can then pass it to somebody else and make more money of it. You could start a shop. So you buy in products and you sell for a profit. You could start your own lawn business. You go round and you say to somebody, I charge £20 a month or whatever, and it takes the effort away from them. So that's their value, and you gain the money for it. So she decided to come up with an income goal of £12,000. And she said, breaking it down, quite simple. She had to make £1,000 each month to achieve this. So once she did that, and she said, right, now I want to get £1,000, she assessed her skills and her resources. So she says, I took stock of my strengths, skills and resources, and I had a background in digital marketing and a network of small business owners I knew. So I had a solid foundation to build on. Okay, so she's starting doing that. Now, you could do it by going next door to your neighbour and saying to them, you know, do you want your downstairs windows washed? It's all kind of just jobs, you know, but it brings in money, which means then, especially if you're working, you've then got more money at the end of the month to build that runway. As I say, you've got to throw the ego away. Don't just think, okay, I was a managing director, I wouldn't do things like that. If you want to live life on your own terms, you've got to just do stuff, okay? Now, she then started exploring business models, and she said, instead of limiting myself to a single idea, I explored various business models. I considered high-income skills, project-based businesses, product-based businesses, and service-based businesses, and also passive income streams. And eventually she settled on offering digital marketing services to small businesses. So she's going around and she's saying to them, okay, I will get more customers to your business. Okay. I've actually got a small shop, and I've just had issues because they're suddenly looking at it and going, why are you taking so much more money than you did before? And I said to them, well, it's because I'm advertising and I'm doing keyword research and I'm getting more customers to come through the door. And they're looking at it as like it's almost sort of money laundering. I've got to prove what I've been doing to get customers through the door to buy. It's bizarre. I can't understand why my bank is doing that, but however they are. And that's what we all can do. We can all bring more business and customers to ourselves by getting the right customer to know about us. So once she's done that, she conducted her market research, and she said, I identified a gap in the market where many small businesses struggle with their online presence. This gave me a clear target audience and validated my idea, and then she created a business plan. She outlined her business model, her value proposition, her marketing strategy, her financial projections, and she set measurable milestones and timelines to keep me on track. So she's not instantly saying, I need £1,000 a month. She's saying that's what I want to get to. I want to get there as quickly as possible. And I think this is all manageable. You know, if you start off small, you can control it, and you can see what things are difficult, and you can see where the issues are. A lot of people look at coaching and they go, oh, coaching's brilliant, I can do it online. One of the difficulties with coaching is clients. Clients can not be as easy as you think. So once you start with one, you think this might be good, you get 2, you get 3, 4, 5 clients, you're suddenly getting to that point and you're thinking, hang on, I'm getting stretched. Let's think about how to do this. Can I do this in group coaching? Can I do this in different ways? So it's always better to start small so that you can realize where your issues are, where your blockages are. And once you've done that, you can then scale and optimize. And Laurie says, as demand grew, I then hired additional marketeers and developed standard packages to scale my business. And I focused on optimizing operations to increase efficiency and profitability. And then she monitored. She continuously tracked her progress towards her financial goals, making adjustments as needed based on performances and market changes. By starting with the end goal in mind, she says, I remained focused on the financial income. In the first month, I got £80. In the second month, I got £250. In the third month, it went back down to £120. But little by little, I'm on my way to £800 a month. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? Let's give you a round of applause. Every decision I made aligned with my ultimate financial objectives, ensuring consistent progress towards my goal. Thank you for your inspiration and valuable insights shared through your podcast, and your guidance has been instrumental in my journey, and I'm excited to see what the future holds, she says. Brilliant stuff. So she's decided on setting a goal. Now, one of the things I like doing, I like looking at all my outgoings and thinking to myself, how can I get somebody else to pay that? Because a lot of people think that they've got to replace what they're earning, but no, you don't. You just have to replace something out of what's going out of what you're earning, and then replace something else. You know, I've said this loads of times. I remember distinctly when I realised a telephone in my house. We don't have a landline anymore, but I suddenly realised I didn't have to pay for that. Other people were paying for it through my sort of online businesses. It was only small, but then suddenly that was a free phone. And then I remember when I suddenly realised that the interest that I had on my capital was paying my council tax. So then that's free again. I don't have to pay that. And then once you get to a point that everything is covered by different routes, you're in the saving strategy where you can then start investing into bonds and ISAs and whatever to get the best return on your business, to the point that you then live on the interest and then work on the next bit of living on the interest but still growing the capital so that you get more interest coming to you, and then you're financially free. So it's step by step by step, or dot by dot by dot, but we can all do that. So what we should do, all of you, don't actually have to do anything, but just look at something that you pay each month. Let's say most of you have a mobile phone, a cell phone. And most of you is probably, I don't know, £15 to £35 a month or something like that. Look at that and go, right, £35. What would I actually have to do to get somebody to pay for that? And just in simple terms, you could easily go next door and say to them, would you like your lawn mowed for £35 a month? I do front and back, £35 a month, job done. Now, you may not want to do that, but it's just an hour, couple of hours a month, and then your phone is free. And then you can do other things. And the beauty of this is it just gives you confidence. It gives you the ability to realise that you're not reliant on somebody else offering you their value of your worth, i.e. your salary. You are there to create your own worth and your own self-worth and your own value. And you can say to people, this is what you need to pay me, and if you want that, I will get the job done. Now, the beauty of this, I let you into a secret. If you get 2 clients, you only have to do 1, keep a little bit for yourself and pay somebody else, and then you're up and running. So you're actually doing 1 lot of work by getting 2 done, and you're paying somebody not as much as you earn, but all right for them. So, for example, in the lawn mowing, you get £35 your first client, and then your second one, you get £35, but you pay somebody else maybe 25 quid a month. So you keep £10 yourself, but you're not doing the work. Then you get somebody else to do another one, and then you're suddenly earning £20 and you're not doing any work, plus the one that you're doing. And then you get to that tipping point where actually you're not working at all. Other people are doing it for you, and you've become a business owner. So it's totally doable. It's totally fluid. i.e. you can do it in the evenings, weekends, Sunday mornings. We've all got a bit of free time that we can just look at opportunities around us and go for it. So Laurie, big round of applause once again for you. So I'm really pleased that you're on your way to that goal, and I think it's a really good idea. Just look at it and think, I want to earn a certain amount of money. How can I do that? And I guarantee it's not going to be hard. You can then replace that bill and look at another one and look at another one, and then you get to the point where you realise that most of your bills are being paid by somebody else, and you're still earning the income that you're earning, and then you've got extra money, and then that is how your runway builds. So let us know. Does anybody out there actually sit there and say, yeah, I'm going to decide to pay one of my bills by getting somebody else to do it for me, and create these micro businesses that can quite literally change your life. Until next time, you look after yourselves. Thanks very much for that, Laurie, and we'll see you again. Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. We'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots. Join Up Dots.